classroom to dramatically raise student achievement in our state. Iowa's special choice will shape the future of our state for generations to come. We can choose to be bold and endorse educational reforms that will truly transform our schools and prepare our children for the knowledge-driven economy that we live in here in the 21st century. Or we can choose to do nothing but pour more resources into the current system and remain entrenched in the status quo, which is putting our children and businesses across the state at a severe disadvantage. I'm ready to invest significant resources into reforms, and we will propose that today, for which we will be seeking legislative approval in the months ahead. This is an investment in student achievement that scales up over 5 years, starting with $14 million in the first year, $72 million in the second, and at its full implementation, in 5 years it reaches a total of $187 million annually. Iowans currently invest 43% of our state's entire general fund appropriations in pre-K through 12 education. This compares to 37% of the general fund that was spent back in 1992 when Iowa led the nation in education. Our spending on the current structure went up significantly, both in terms of dollars and proportion of our resources dedicated to it. Yet we've gone from leading the nation by key educational achievement measures to falling in the middle of the pack. So I want to make it very clear, this administration is ready to invest significant new resources in transformational reform that high-performing school systems around the world are using to raise student achievement. And I do not believe that we should spend even a minute discussing additional resources to prop up our current educational structure until we have first agreed on reforming how our children, until we have agreed upon reforms our children so richly deserve and so desperately need. Many states and nations have moved ahead of Iowa by continually improving their schools over the last 20 years. Iowa, meanwhile, has slipped from being a top performer to middle of the pack in national tests. Yes, we have good schools with many committed, dedicated educators who work hard to serve our students. But they are stuck in a system designed for the 20th century, not the 21st century. Let's use the talents of our many top teachers to develop world-class schools for the 21st century. Here's how we propose to do that. The centerpiece of our 2013 education reform package is establishing a new teacher leadership and compensation structure. This proposal is based on recommendations made by the Teacher Leadership and Compensation Task Force, a cross-section of Iowans who spent 7 months studying how to transform the teaching profession to help students learn more. This was one of 6 task forces created by the 2012 legislature. Given higher expectations for students today, we must better prepare our new teachers and better support our teachers already in the classroom. It's unrealistic to expect one principal to provide all of the instructional leadership needed in each of Iowa's schools. We want leadership teams made up of principals and teachers to provide ongoing professional development in classrooms directly targeted to improving instruction. This will raise the status of the teaching profession and attract and retain more talented educators. We're recommending that we raise beginning teacher salaries from $28,000 to $35,000 and create new teacher leadership roles, including model, mentor, and lead teachers. They will be paid extra for sharing their expertise and for working additional days, fostering greater collaboration among all educators, with coaching and co-teaching aimed at better meeting the needs of each of Iowa's students. Given rent, we also want to give brand new teachers a reduced teaching load their first year, so they can spend more time learning from outstanding experienced veteran teachers. The structure will be phased in over several years, including an initial year for planning. Each district will have flexibility to customize the career paths to meet their local needs. Our initiative also helps Iowa's highest need schools become more competitive in recruiting and retaining teachers by providing an additional stipend to reduce educator turnover. This initiative builds on landmark bipartisan legislation approved back in 2001 that created a career ladder for teachers, but it was never funded. Until now, that is. Now we must provide sustainable, long-term funding to really help transform the teaching profession and improve student achievement. First of all, I would like to ask you to watch a short video